doesn't make sense to me that someone would hang your foot off the edge of a couch and take a mould of your foot. Because you're going to be standing in that orthotic, you're going to be walking in that orthotic, you're going to be running in that orthotic. And I think it's only worth having it if you're going to basically be using it all the time. Yeah? So we need to see what happens to your foot in terms of pressure and movement when you're standing, when you're walking, and when you're running. So the first thing we're going to do is across a pressure mat, we're going to get a kind of 3D image of what happens when you stand, walk and run. Okay? We'll stop once I've got all that information, and we'll have a look at what the results say. Again, yardstick, I'm going to spend more time with the data to get the actual prescription. Once we've done that, we then need to understand what's going on at your pelvis. So we're going to put a little inclinometer into your, into a belt base that sits on your L5 vertebra, and that's going to tell us what happens to all of your pelvic rotations through every single microsecond of your stride pattern. So you'll be running on the treadmill for a little over 5 minutes, at a speed which is not overly taxing, but it can't be too slow. Normally we do about 10 kilometers an hour if you're happy with that. And then we can marry up what's going on with your pelvis and what's going on with your standing, walking, running gait with your foot, and we can draw a comparison between the two, and that's where the kind of the slight art form of making the right orthotic comes in. The equipment effectively on its own could 3D print the perfect orthotic for you as it sees it, but at the moment we can't get the pelvis to talk to the foot until we as a clinician actually do that between us. Does that all make sense? So you're going to stand still for about 30 seconds, you're going to walk up and down our corridor for approximately 2 or 3 minutes, and then you're going to run up and down for about a minute. I need 4 good foot strikes with the right foot and 4 good with the left as a minimum, and it doesn't matter whether you hit it or not. The main thing is that you're doing it at your normal speed and as naturally as it can be, given we're in a lab condition. Is that okay?
That's fine.
So about 35 minutes time we should be in a position to have all that data, and that will be all we kind of need you for, and then I've got at least another hour where I go over the data. I email it all to someone just for clinical governance really, so another practitioner also called Paul, who looks over all the data, and the computer can generate a whole load of stuff for us as well. And in theory all 3 should agree, and then that's where your prescription comes from.
That's great.
All right?
Yeah, that's
It's
great.
a very, very robust system. I don't know anything that's better.
Okay, that's